Good evening. Welcome to the Spring 2022 Nursing Pinning Ceremony. I am Dr. Sonia Franklin and the current Interim Director of Nursing for our program, and I am pleased to present tonight's program to you. At this time, I'd like to invite Kara Ingram to the podium. Ask them to stand. Would you please stand? Friends, family, and loved ones, welcome to the pinning of the 2022 Cleveland State Nursing Cohort. Florence Nightingale once said, "Nursing is an art. And if it is to be made an art, it requires an exclusive devotion. As hard as a preparation as any painter's or sculptor's work, for what is the having to do with the dead canvas or dead marble compared to having to do with the living body, the temple of God's Spirit? It is one of the fine arts. I had almost said the finest of fine arts. We are all here today with a common purpose, to serve others. And with this service comes a great deal of hard work and dedication, starting with that acceptance letter that we had impatiently waited for. Our eyes filled with tears in disbelief, anticipating the start of our nursing school journey. And since we're talking about the start, COVID-19 is our backdrop. Yep, nursing school during a pandemic. I can't think of anything else scarier. Nothing could have prepared us for what was ahead. Like that first exam when you realize that in fact, all of the answers are correct, but one is more correct. Or that time for skills lab when we catheterized a straw. Told ya, COVID-19 made things a little tricky, but through it all, you stuck it out. The sleepless nights, hours upon hours of studying, deadlines to meet, time lost with friends and loved ones. Some days it felt it would be easier to just quit, but you didn't. All of the time, sweat, and tears from the last 2 years has been molding each and every one of us into the nurses we will become today. To my class, take a deep breath and let it out, because today is a day we felt would never come. I want to say how proud of you I am. You did it! And I also want to say, never forget what brought you here to begin with. You answered a calling, one that entails hope, compassion, and trust. And on the days that are almost unbearable, bring yourself back to this very moment. For today is the day we drop off student nurse and become graduate student nurses. I look forward to watching you all continue on your journey, and I smile because I know you all are great nurses. To our family and loved ones, we could never express our full gratitude for all the love, support, and encouragement we have received for the last 2 years. For some of us, nursing school just wouldn't have been possible without your advice, extra hands, words of endearment, or shoulders to cry on. Although I'm 100% certain you are happy to never hear us complain about an active learning template again. Nursing takes heart and is a passion-driven profession. I can think of many words to describe nurses: caring, affectionate, strong, resilient. Simply put, nurses are heroes and are always lending a loving hand. Sometimes that hand may be in the face of death or sickness, or other times to welcome new life. But through it all, will leave a lasting impact on the patient and the patient's family. Now please join me in a moment of silence to reflect on all that we have accomplished. Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
You may be seated. At this time, I would like to share just how hard these students have worked. When COVID hit, we all had to get battle ready. Faculty had to decide on ways that we could continue the program so that these students weren't delayed from this very night. We dug in deep, we worked late, and we readied things like straw catheter Foley checkoffs. We didn't miss a beat. We kept right on going. These students kept right on going. This battle hardness is going to need to go with you and carry you through your entry into practice. Never before has healthcare been so challenging as what you're about to walk into. But I do know, without a doubt, we have prepared you well and you will rise to the occasion. I am proud of each and every one of you. I've watched you grow. I've watched you persevere. I've watched you do things you didn't like, but you did them because we asked them of you. It is with all the love in my heart that I can say I am proud of the May 22 class that we are presenting to you this evening. At this time, I'd like to invite President Seymour to the podium to address the group.
Thank you, Dr. Franklin, and thank you, Kara. You summed it up in the best nutshell: 2 years of nursing school during a pandemic. No other class had to go through what you went through. I did have one observation, though, about the pandemic that I've not shared with anybody. During the pandemic, everybody wanted to be a nurse. At least they look like one. But, and the other thing that's special about this class that I'm very proud of is that you're the first graduating class of nursing students who got to use the very new, state-of-the-art Health and Science Center. How was that? We knew that if we're going to build a new building, that was going to be our choice, because as we studied occupations in our region for professions that needed an associate's degree, 6 of the top 10 were all in healthcare, and the number 1 was RN nursing. So obviously you picked a good thing. How many of you got a job already? I'm sorry, putting you on the spot. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. And if they don't have it, they'll have it soon. Nurses have never been in more demand, and we're glad that you were trained here at Cleveland State, because we know you're up to that challenge, so thank you very much. Now it says I'm going to give a president's address, and it sounds like it's going to be a really long time, but I promise you that it's not. I did want to share a few things with you because I found these quotes about nursing, and I just found them really interesting, and I think they'll speak to the experience that you're having already or will about to. And these are people that you may or may not know. Florence Nightingale, you do know, and you'll be doing that creed tonight. She said, the most important practical lesson that can be given to nurses is to teach them what to observe. And I believe that you've probably done that through our program. Val Saintsbury is the name. Nurses dispense comfort, compassion, and caring without even a prescription. Thought that was cool. Rosie Williams said, "To do what nobody else will do, a way that nobody else can do, in spite of all we go through, is to be a nurse." This one's anonymous. "Nurses may not be angels, but they are the next best thing." I think there's a lot of anonymouses that have said that over the years. Carolyn Jarvis said, "The character of the nurse is as important as the knowledge she possesses." The character is as important. Being a nurse means to hold all of your tears and start drawing smiles on people's faces. You will do that really well. Dana Baseman is her name. Bound by paperwork, short on hands, sleep, and energy, nurses are rarely short on caring. That's the kind of nurse that I want to have help me when I need it. And this one from Donna Wilk Cardio said, "When I think about all the patients and their loved ones that I have worked with over the years, I know most of them don't remember me nor I them. But I do know that I gave a little piece of myself to each of them, and they to me, and those threads make up the beautiful tapestry in my mind that is my career in nursing." I just thought that was a beautiful way of explaining the career that you've chosen, and we're so happy that you do. A personal note, this will be the last time that I get to participate in a program like this unless they invite me back, as I wrap up a 43-year career in higher education and move into retirement in less than 2 months. My wife, Catherine, is here. Catherine, why don't you stand? And you've been such a great support of this institution. Thank you for all that you do. We will continue to look for great things, but nothing more than the great things that you, as our graduates, are going to do in our communities. And I know that when I go to a doctor's office or to the hospital, I always ask, "Where did you go to school?" And when they tell me Cleveland State, I feel much more relaxed. So good luck to all of you. I'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you.
According to our program, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Barsha Pickle, was going to be speaking to you next. Unfortunately, she had something that she could not get out of, and she's not able to join us tonight. But this morning at 6:30, she wanted to make sure that I let you know how very proud of you she is and that she wished that she could be here to wish you well. She, like the others who have spoke to you so far this evening, recognized just what a challenge it has been these particular 2 years of nursing school, and she wishes you well. Now I'd like to invite Miss Dottie Monroe.
Before I get started, is Jacob here? I couldn't help myself. We're gathered this evening to honor you, the Cleveland State Nursing Class of 2022. I know there were times you thought you would never make it. You have to want it bad. This is something you can always be proud of. You have made so many sacrifices. You have felt guilty at times because you missed a family gathering, a wedding, a ball game, a recital, but those sacrifices had to be made to get where you are today. You have persevered through COVID, online classes, and then back in the classroom. Getting through nursing school will probably be one of the most difficult things you will ever do. My mother was a nurse. I remember her telling me, "You will never want for a job." And she was right. As long as there are people, you're going to have a job. And the sky's the limit as to what you can do. I feel honored to have worked with you for 2 semesters. That doesn't happen often. I have enjoyed getting to know each of you. Be sure to continue to prepare for NCLEX. You know I can't go without saying that. And take it as soon as possible. We, the Cleveland State Nursing faculty, are so proud of you. I never had a doubt that you could do it. I told you you would. I'm taking you all with me. Congratulations. I have some awards I'd like to give out now. When I call your name, if you'll come up. These are Outstanding Clinical Performance Awards. Caitlin Reimer. If I go up and down, I'm playing my part. Sydney Lawson. Kara Ingram. Bethany Roberts. Oh, she's not here. Brittany Nix. Caitlin Abbott. Tamika Lattimore. Toby Woody. Joseph Bear. Haley Reimer. Paula Finch. Monica Whitmire. I want to recognize a few students that were at awards night that got an award. Actually, if you weren't there and you don't have your award yet, I have it. So if you'll stand up and come on up when I call your name. Caitlin Abbott, already here. Toby Woody, and she's already up here too. She's already received her award. Amanda Smith. Amanda got the Healthcare Career Community Award. Monica Whitmire got the SNA Award. And Jacob Keymeyer got the Healthcare Community Award. Let's give these students a big hand. Monica Whitmire is going to be speaking to us next.
Good evening and welcome family, friends, faculty, and staff. My name is Monica Whitmire and it is such an honor to stand here before you today as SNA President representing this amazing cohort. First, I'd like to say congratulations to the Cleveland State Nursing Class of 2022. We are here for one reason, to celebrate and acknowledge that we accomplished one of the most challenging things we may ever do. Those who taught, encouraged, or simply just listened to us complain about all the handwritten templates we had to do, we would not be here tonight without you, so thank you. This group is comprised of various backgrounds that led us to an outstanding 43 graduating nursing students. The LPNs joined the original cohort in January of 2021, and we became one massive class. As many of you know, we started in the middle of COVID. Zoom became the norm, and not getting ready for class or driving to school became highly favored. Checkoffs, on the other hand, were a different story. Walking into my room, announcing my name, and explaining what I was about to do to a laminated picture of a man's chest to my professor on my computer was just awkward. By the end of spring semester, the extent of our class relationship consisted of seeing each other's upper half on camera and memorizing the names in each little box. Don't forget to keep your camera on and your microphone silent. Oh, also have good lighting so we can see your face. We quickly learned who the more outspoken students were. Fall semester arrived and we finally met face to face. Well, mask to mask. I just started memorizing eye color. All jokes aside, I want to share a story that I've heard about a girl. This girl's dream was to become a nurse ever since she was 5 years old. After graduating high school, she was ecstatic to receive a letter in the mail that read, "Congratulations, you have received full acceptance into the RN BSN program." She couldn't believe it. Her dream was finally going to become a reality. She packed her bags and moved to her dorm room freshman year. Nursing school proved to be as challenging as everyone said it would be. She found herself saying no to more events and missing out on the college experience. Tough decisions needed to be made. She sacrificed time with her family, friends, to pursue one thing that she wanted the most, and that was to become a nurse. As she progressed through the program, the workload and the stress almost became unbearable. After nearly completing 4 years of nursing school and so close to achieving her dream, she received one of the most painful news that she could ever imagine. After her last final, senior year, she was called into her professor's office and was told that she didn't make the required grade that she needed to move on to her last semester as an RN BSN student. This resulted in immediate dismissal from the nursing program. And just like that, it was done. 8 semesters, over 500 clinical hours, 43 classes completed, 6 left to go, and she was out. She was given a unanimous vote of no confidence to succeed by experts' definition of how success is measured. She was told she would never be a nurse. She presented too great of a risk for their passing percentage. In addition, she learned that to accomplish her dream of becoming a nurse, it would require her to start over nursing school completely, all 7 semesters. That girl, the one who was told who would never make it, is the girl talking to you right now. There are far worse things than being dismissed from the nursing program my senior year of college. Becoming bitter, defeated, and ultimately giving up on my passion to become an RN would have been far worse. Bitterness hinders progress. Bitterness hinders healing. I'm here to tell you, never listen to those who don't believe in you. Show them that you can do it. Rise from broken dreams and use that to catapult you to push through adversity. You all accomplished a dream that seemed so daunting in the beginning. Life is too short to give up on dreams and surrender to one that is less than one you are capable of living. If you want something badly enough, you know that sacrifice is the main ingredient. I believe this group has shown sacrifice and proven persistence in the middle of adversity throughout this program. Never be afraid to continue to dream big and run the risk of failing big. Embrace it, because it's inevitable. Eventually, each one of us will face loss, trials, and what seems like insurmountable challenges in our life. It may be relational loss, our dream employment, our health, financial collapse, or for some, being dismissed from nursing school. Failure can make you a better student. Failure can make you a better nurse. It can make you a better son, daughter, or even a better spouse. It has for me. As registered nurses, may we be the ears that listen, the eyes that see, the hands that offer a gentle touch, and the heart that never loses compassion for others. We've always been told, if you didn't document it, you didn't do it. And now we've documented it. So guess what that means? We did it. Congratulations, class of 2022. And next, I would like to introduce Brittany Bryant, SNA Vice President.
Good evening. I would like to welcome our friends and family for being here tonight and to our fellow nursing graduates. The roller coaster we've called nursing school has finally come to an end. I'd like to thank our instructors, adjuncts, family, and friends for supporting us along the way. I know many of us were very eager to start our journey towards nursing, and we never would have thought it all started with a Zoom meeting. One long, full year of Zooming, between inserting Foley catheters into pool noodles and hanging IV lines from our doors, it was very interesting to say the least. After that first year, we learned that we have tremendous dedication, resilience, and perseverance, and our ability to adapt is phenomenal. We've grown not only as students, but as individuals as well. We've sacrificed more things than we can count. We've laughed, we've cried, we've been pushed to our limits, and we've been beyond the point of sleep deprivation. These have been the longest yet shortest 2 years that we've had to endure, but today is our day. Our day we've worked so hard for, through all the blood, sweat, and tears. I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you. I wish everyone all the luck in the world with wherever you decide to go or whatever you decide to do. Just remember, take pride in how far you've come and faith in how far you can go. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Gregory Edwards. Thank you.
Inspirational speech. You guys ready? Before I get started with my inspirational speech, I'd like to take a few moments to recognize the true inspirations in this room today. If you reminded one of these students, or these graduates, to put their shoes on before they ran out of the door to school, if you washed their clothes because they came home from a clinical only to have skills check off the next morning, if you were used as a guinea pig for a head-to-toe physical assessment, if you were asked to be a pin cushion so they could practice starting IVs on you, if you now know the normal ranges for sodium, potassium, and bicarb, if you did a happy dance every time they passed a final exam, it is you whom I would like to recognize tonight. It is your cheerleading and consistent support that pushed these students, graduates now, towards their goal of being registered nurses. If you're a loved one or a family member, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, a relative, a child of one of these graduates, I'd like to recognize you tonight for your sacrifice. Truly, you are the inspirations in the room. Thank you for the applause. Before I get started, could someone make sure that Miss Ingram has some tissue with her? Mr. Hart, how much time do I have? 2 minutes? One slide? Okay, well, I'll try to do that. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. If you would indulge me, I'd like to read a few parts from an inspirational passage written by the group Fearless Soul. I read it, was inspired by it, and thought it was very appropriate for tonight. I was going to talk to you guys about persistence and making sure that you persist through trials and tribulations, but I thought this was more appropriate. Life is not about proving anyone wrong. Life is about proving yourself right. Life is not about carrying against others. Life is not about competing against others, but life is about competing against yourself to make sure that you are better than your previous self, better than you were yesterday, and making sure you're growing every day. Life is not about being perfect. It's about being happy. Not all the time, but every time you can. Life isn't about being right. It's about being kind. When you have a choice to be right or to be kind, choose kindness. Life is not about noticing the negatives. Life is about creating such a huge positive, the negatives pale in comparison. Life is not about you. Life is about everyone and everything. We are all connected and all sharing challenges and struggles. Be kind. Lift each other up. Give freely without expecting anything in return, and the world will return happiness and abundance beyond your wildest dreams. Life isn't about comparing yourself to others. Let everyone else be exactly who they are while you focus on being the best that you can be. Your life is not defined by circumstances. Your life is defined by what does or does not happen to you. It is defined by how you react to what happens to you, how you choose to react to the circumstances and events that arrive in your life. It's helpful to remember challenges are just tests. Hard times are tests and character building. Never lose your spirit, because it is our greatest challenge. That is our greatest strength formed. What's really important is who you become through all of life's challenges. Don't ever forget that. You're a miracle. The world is a blessing. Life is a miracle. Live every day like you're blessed. Live every day as if you are grateful to simply be alive. Be happy no matter what happens, and life will be the amazing adventure it was meant to be. Do you guys remember in class whenever I said, you've done the work to get here? You guys remember that? Do you remember when I said, you deserve to be sitting in this classroom? Do you remember that? Do you remember when I said, you deserve a place at this table? You guys remember that speech? Well, class time's over with. And here you sit. Do you deserve to be sitting in this chair right now? Yes. I believe you do. So today, I see you in your beautiful white scrubs. And I just think it's absolutely beautiful. But you know what? The next time I'm going to see you, you're going to be wearing this kind of scrub. Whole different look. You're going to be having a big fancy stethoscope around your neck. Brand new one your family's going to buy you. Pins everywhere. Flushes in your pockets. And it's just going to be an amazing sight. I'm honored that you asked me to come up here and inspire you tonight. God bless you.
And now for the moment in the program that you guys have been waiting on. At this time, we're beginning our pinning ceremony. So students, as I call your name, and those who are pinning them this evening, please make your way to the front of the stage. Miss Caitlin Ablett. Being pinned by Lindsay King. Caitlin wrote that Miss King has mentored her from the beginning of school, that she always inspired her to grow and trust her judgment, that she guided her down the path of success, and there is no one else she'd rather have pin her. She's an inspiration and certainly her role model. She adores Miss King. Cassidy Balcom. Cassidy is being pinned by Mr. Greg Edwards. Cassidy wrote, Edwards has always encouraged me and believed in my abilities when I didn't. Will you tell them? Joseph Bear. Joseph is being penned by his wife, Alyssa Bear. He writes, "She was the person who continually encouraged me to apply to nursing school when I didn't get accepted the first time. She sponsored him through the program in order for him not to have to work full-time and focus solely on nursing school. And lastly, she's the person I want to be when I grow up, so I'm thankful and honored for her to pen me." Rebecca Beavers. Rebecca is being penned by Deb Borrow, a mentor. Rebecca writes, "Deb has always been a source of encouragement throughout my journey to becoming an RN, and it has been a long journey. I look up to her as a nurse and as a mentor, and I can only hope to be what she has been for me for a future RN one day." Sierra Benson. Sierra is being penned by Erin Benson, her mother-in-law. Sierra wrote, "I choose Erin Benson to pen me tonight, not only because she is the best mother-in-law, but also because of her selflessness as a nurse and a human. She cares for all her patients with the utmost respect and empathy beyond measure. I only hope to be half as good as she is in my career. Also, I would like to add a special thank you to not only Erin, but my husband, parents, and little sister to supporting me through all the emotional breakdowns and constant overthinking." Allison Branham Silvers. Allison is being penned by Stephanie Dunn, her aunt. Allison wrote, "She was one of the first people to tell me she was proud of me and always pushed me to be my best. She has been a constant encouragement in my life and has always been there for the big moments in my life. She graduated from Cleveland State in 2013 and has been a psych nurse for 8 years. I love her and I'm honored for her to pen me." Allison, come back. Brittany Bryant. Brittany is being penned by Miss Ashley Mcewen. She is one of our nursing faculty. Brittany writes, "Thank you for always being positive and motivating. Throughout the semesters, you've driven my critical thinking skills and self-awareness and helped me grow as a person and a student." Caitlin Butler. Caitlin is being penned by Miss Sally Moss, one of our clinical adjunct instructors. Caitlin writes, "She was a clinical adjunct for me and was super supportive to my education and success, and I admire her as a nurse." Juanita Champion. Being penned by Ms. Kay Koffelt, a coworker and friend. Juanita writes, I have known Kay since I started as a CNA in 2002. She has been a nurse longer than anyone else I know, 52 years. Katera Dunn. Being penned by Jimmy Lane, her aunt. Katera writes, I watched her persevere through nursing school while working and with 4 children. She inspired me and made me push myself harder and further. Plus, I want one of her amazing hugs right after I'm penned as a graduate student nurse. Darla Fetzer. Being penned by Miss Dottie Monroe. Darla writes, I picked Miss Monroe because she has been so encouraging and always so eager to help. She is a fantastic teacher and a great inspiration. Paula Finch. Being penned by Lori Johnson. Paula writes, Lori was a nurse for 38 years and has been retired for 2 years. She has been a mentor and a supporter while going through nursing school. Lori, along with the Coffee Girls, were some of Paula's biggest cheerleaders and most importantly, prayer warriors throughout nursing school. Alyssa Fox. Being penned by Marie Fox, her mother. Alyssa writes, in 2012, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3B ovarian cancer with an 8% chance to live. She fought the hard fight and beat her cancer while continuing to work as a nurse. She has inspired me every single day to live life to the fullest and to pursue all of my biggest dreams. She has supported me every single day throughout nursing school by encouraging me and by being my shoulder to cry on. She's the best mom and grandmother to my children. Jonathan Hart. Being penned by Ms. Desiree McCarthy, one of our nursing faculty. Jonathan wrote, I chose Ms. McCarthy because she is very kind, sweet, caring, and can bench press a Buick. I'm pretty sure he didn't think I would read that part. Lamp has become the turn your camera on or off, or your microphone on or off, I do believe. Hannah Hickman, being penned by Miss Ashley Mcewen. Hannah writes, "Thank you for being so supportive and making this stressful journey easier. She has helped my classmates and I in endless ways with her knowledge and continued words of encouragement." Alison Hyde, being penned by Patricia Hyde, her aunt. Allison wrote, "She has been my rock, helping me and motivating me to get through nursing school." Ingram. She's being penned by Brooke Holland, her sister. Kara writes, "She is a huge part of the reason I even attempted nursing school. She knew I could do it before I even knew. She has helped me on many restless nights, proofing my papers, helping me study, and listening to me cry. She is the most genuine, compassionate person all around. It would be such an honor for my little sister to pen me." Brent Jarvis, being penned by Jennifer Jarvis, his wife. Brent writes, "She supported and encouraged me through this entire program." Jacob Kaymeyer, being penned by Alison Kaymeyer, his sister. Jacob wrote, "Alison works in the ICU and is a CCRN. She has been supportive of me throughout nursing school and inspired me to pursue critical care." Tamika Lattimore, being penned by Miss Dorothy Monroe. Ms. Nancy Thomas is our recently retired Director of Nursing, and her and Ms. Monroe are going to jointly pen Tamika this evening. Sydney Lawson, being penned by Miss Dottie Monroe. Sydney writes, I chose Miss Monroe because she has been a constant encouragement and advocate for all of us. She has gone above and beyond for me on various occasions, and her dedication to nursing students and this profession is so inspirational. I'm so thankful for all her help on this journey. Kaylee Marks, being penned by Christine Marks, her mother. Kaylee writes, I chose my mother because she inspires me to be a compassionate and hardworking nurse. I hope to one day be as remarkable as she is. Kalyn Millsaps, being penned by Debbie Halner, a coworker. Kalyn writes, I chose Debbie because she is an excellent RN and I enjoyed working under her when I was a CNA. She is a very caring nurse and compassionate towards family members of the residents. Erica Moody, being penned by Dottie Monroe. Erica writes, because she is such a strong support for the graduating class. Also, she is retiring with us. Brittany Nix, being penned by Dottie Monroe. Brittany writes, she has encouraged me throughout the entire program. Angela Nunley, being penned by Amanda Blevins, a friend. Angela notes that she has been my inspiration to become a nurse. Her kindness and compassion for her patients is outstanding. She is an extremely intelligent nurse practitioner, which I aspire to be because of her. And just to put the cherry on top, she was the one who gave me the best news ever, that I was pregnant with our now 4-month-old daughter. Savannah Clemons, being penned by Sharon Clemons, her mother. Savannah writes, she has been my supporter through my entire life. I also hope to be as great as her in my nursing career. Sarah Roberts. Being pinned by Dottie Monroe. Sarah writes, Miss Monroe has been my instructor every semester since I started the transition program, and I feel she is very supportive of her students. Caitlin Reimer. Being pinned by Christine Reimer, her aunt. Caitlin writes, she is the person who inspired me to become a nurse. Haley Reimer. Being pinned by Miss Desiree McCarthy. Haley writes, she has been very encouraging to me throughout the last year. She is so kind and truly pours into her students. Amanda Smith. Being pinned by Miss Ashley Mcewen. Amanda writes, she has encouraged me throughout this program. She is kind, compassionate, and an amazing instructor. She also shares my passion for cardiac, and I know she will answer any question I have, no matter how ridiculous. She deserves an award. Claire Splon. Being pinned by Miss Desiree McCarthy. Claire writes, she's been such an encouraging and caring professor. She actively listens and makes sure you know that she's available to help at any time. I'm beyond grateful to have gotten to learn beneath her for the last year of nursing school. Whitney Stewart. Being pinned by Miss Marie Fox, a friend. Whitney writes, she has been there to guide me and to support me during this time in my life when I lacked a support system. She's always cheered me on, knowing I could accomplish this difficult task. Mckenna Sutherland. Being pinned by Shay, Payne, a friend. Mckenna writes, Shay has been a nurse for 26 years. She has been a lifelong family friend. She inspired her to be a nurse and has encouraged her and continuously supported her throughout her nursing school journey. Monica Whitmire. Being pinned by Bev Seekman, her grandmother. Monica writes, Bev is a retired RN from Burlington Hospital School of Nursing in 1958. She worked for 34 years at Burlington Medical Center in Iowa and specialized in OB and med-surg. She chose her to pin her today because of her dedicated passion for nursing and the bond that they share. Kiera Whitmore. She's being pinned by Dottie Monroe. Kayla Winchell. She's being pinned by Miss Dottie Monroe. Kayla writes, I chose Miss Monroe because she has constantly motivated and encouraged me since day one. Even when I felt like I couldn't do it, she believed in me, and I am forever grateful for her. Toby Woody. Being pinned by Dottie Monroe. Toby writes, she has made a great impact on me throughout the nursing program. Miss Monroe is very kind and personable. I truly feel she cares for each of her students and teaches to the best of her ability and tries to give us the material we need to succeed. Miranda York. Being pinned by Destiny Smith, her niece. Miranda writes, Destiny is my niece, best friend, and one of the best nurses I know. Her passion for the nursing profession and her ambition at such a young age inspires me to be a better human, and I hope I can be half the nurse she is. Let's give the class of 22 a round of applause. At this time, it's my honor to ask Ms. Desiree McCarthy to come to the podium.
Look at all of them. Okay, I know, I am so short. All right, so the lamp. Florence Nightingale is considered by many to be the founder of modern nursing. She became well known during the Crimean War, which took place between 1853 and 1856. Florence Nightingale took care of wounded soldiers and frequently made her rounds at night, so she carried a lamp with her. Because of this, Florence Nightingale was given the nickname the Lady with the Lamp. The lamp has become an international symbol of nursing and is used in ceremonies across the nation. The definition of lamp is a device that generates light, but it is also seen as a symbol of reliability and warmth. We hope that each member of the Cleveland State Nursing Class of 2022 understands that, like the lamp, you can be a source of reliability and warmth. To all of the individuals that you have the privilege of serving. In the words of Florence Nightingale, nursing is an art, and if it is to be made an art, it requires an exclusive devotion, as hard a preparation as any painter's or sculptor's work. Over their time here at Cleveland State, each student, each of you, have grown tremendously and improved upon knowledge, skills, and awareness in the nursing profession. As stated by Florence Nightingale, let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2022. I'm so proud of all of you. And now I introduce to you Mrs. Ashley Mcewen.
I would like our graduates to please stand with your lamps. If you will please light your lamps. As our graduates do this, I would ask everyone else in the room to look at them and see what I know that I see and my fellow nurses in the room see, is that the light in their hands does not compare to the light in their hearts, and that which serves their patients, bringing love and hope in a way that only nurses can. Now, I'm going to ask Miss Jennifer Davis to lead us in the pledge.
If all of the registered nurses in the audience would stand and join me, along with the class of 2022, I would like to recite the Florence Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping in the practice of my calling. I will assist the physician in his work and will devote myself to the welfare of my patients, my family, and my community. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibility in promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill wherever they may be and whenever they are in need. I will be active in assisting others in safeguarding and promoting the health and happiness of mankind. Congratulations, class of 2022.
At this time, Miss Alyssa Fox will lead us in the benediction.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alyssa Fox. I'm going to say a prayer, so please bow your heads if you are comfortable. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us the guidance to finish this program. Thank you for dragging us along to make it to this great accomplishment. Thank you for allowing us to meet lifelong friends. Lord, I pray that as we leave here today, we recognize that you have gotten us to this place. I pray that you provide lifelong comfort and a career full of joy to all those who stand here. I pray that we make a difference in each and every one of our future patients and coworkers' lives. Please protect us, Lord, from the burnout that comes for so many nurses. Please give us compassion and understanding of those who surround us in the years to come. Give us strength to take care of every patient selflessly and carefully. Please provide us safety as we go about our journey. Lord, thank you for allowing us to come together to support one another and to lean on each other. There are so many people in this room who would have never come together in life as friends, but you've allowed us to become a family. Many of us became depressed, anxious, and scared amongst the pandemic, but you, Lord, paved the way for us to make it to this moment that we have been dreaming of for so long. I ask you, Lord, to please allow us to have these joyous moments with each other stay in our hearts forever. I thank you and praise you, Lord. Amen. Thank you and congratulations.